Welcome everybody to another episode. Here we're going to drag out the Valiant. It's been hibernating in Anthony's shed. Get it down to the workshop, got to do some work to it. So we'll bang her up on the hoist and I'll run you through what the plan is here. A couple other cool cars in the shop today too, not bad. These bits here are the side trim mould sections. Car has not had the front ones on it as long as I've had it. I tracked these down ages ago when I first got the car. They've been sitting in the bloody garden shed forever. So today I'm actually going to put these on there. It's been a long time coming. I got some brackets from Plum Crazy. These are pretty neat little nifty things. You sort of cut them down to the size you need because no one actually makes one for the VC anymore. And that's going to go on here. We'll just reuse the original holes, slide them in, bolt them up. This one's got a nice little outline, so that's pretty easy to follow. Outside the side's going to be a little bit harder. Well, this is going to be the last video we do of the ute, mainly because it's getting number plates today. Unfortunately for me, the number plates won't be mine, they belong to the new owner. So we changed out the number plate and lighting bracket for the rear. That one looked terrible. This one's considerably better and has mud flaps for a roadworthy too. So the story is, it is sold. Someone unfortunately saw my for sale sign and didn't really want to sell it. And they gave me money and they own it now, so it is no longer mine. But it's been a fun build. I'm glad I got to do it. I certainly enjoyed it, and to see a car that was in pretty rough condition cosmetically and to have it now look the way it does, I'm pretty wrapped with it. Finishing touches I did, I just went around, I blackened out all the chassis on it, so it just looks nice and neat under there now. The exhaust is complete. You can see it poking out the rear. It's a twin 2.5-inch system. From the stock manifolds to the back of the car. Wheels are looking good, paint's looking sharp. It's really dusty. I haven't even had the chance to detail it. You know, these little things need doing. I would go through and paint all of this up and give it a full detail and clean all the glass and rip all the seat covers out of it. But nonetheless, it is going to a new home. And I'm not even that upset about it. It just is what it is. It was a really cool car and I'll certainly miss it, but here we are anyways. And back to the other shop. Go. Well, welcome back again. This is a really jumbled video. I will apologize right now. It goes all over the show. Basically, the long and short of it is I have sold a ute. Not something I'm particularly happy about, but I didn't have time for that car in my life, and it was probably best just to move it on. I loosely had it for sale, threw a for sale sign on it, more for shits and giggles than anything else. Someone came along and went, I'll have that. So he has it now, and look, it's going to a really good home. He's got a couple of cars that he has in his collection, so it'll go well with what he's got. He's got utes, so that makes enough sense. The Valiant is here. I know we haven't seen this car on the channel yet, but the Valiant's here, and I'm probably selling it too. I am going to drive all my focus into getting the gasser done, so everything else that's a distraction has to go, and we're just going to go hell for leather on the gasser, and hopefully within like a year, which I know is a really ambitious time frame. If it's not running and registered, it'll be darn close. So I'm just going to go hell for leather on this car and see what I can do. I'll show you what I'm playing with tonight. I'll spin you around right now. Bam! Look at that. There's the Val. Ooh, baby. Anyways, this is what I'm playing with tonight. This is the front axle assembly for the gasser. It's just a factory Toyota Stout setup, but I've added disc brakes to it. They're a HQ disc brake, and there's some funky machining work that goes into making those work. I haven't sorted out the calipers yet, to be advised. So I've just assembled this. I want to put the springs on it. I really had to put this together to know what I had. This is the rear. It's just a 9-inch. It's been shortened. Disc brake rear end. Set of 10s. The tyres are too big. They're a 195. Wouldn't that be funny? They are a 295. 50-15, so they're a little touch too wide for what I'm doing. It will actually fit in the chassis at the moment, but with 20 mil aside to spare. There's a fair bulk in this sidewall here, so what I'm planning on doing is dropping back to probably a 265, I think. That's what I had on the ute, and I quite liked them. I think they were about the more appropriate size. I also don't think that this, where are we? That is not going to fit in the wheel wells of an FB Holden. I'll have to tub it anyway, but I still don't think I can tub it enough to get a big tire like that in. And there's the chassis. Now I am going to bring over a video from the Clue and Mufflers YouTube, which will bring you up to speed on the chassis and how all this goes together and all the bits and pieces. So yeah, after this video I'll throw that video in. we might as well go stare at my engine because it's kind of the sexiest thing known to mankind. This is it here. It's a small block Chev with a period correct TR1 tunnel ram from Edelbrock. The carbies are a 465 from memory, something like that. Not really good with my Holly carb sizes. So it should just be a cool little streeter. Probably 400, maybe 500 horsepower out of that bad boy. It's got a set of alloy heads and whatnot. At the moment as it sits, it is a well-used engine. So we'll pull that down, freshen that up, and that'll go in the car. My gearbox is the other thing. I have a Muncie in the other room over there. Look at the Valiant. I love that car. It's going to suck to sell that thing. But I went and got it out of storage, as you saw at the start of the video. It's been sitting there since May. It is now July. It just sits around. I use it like once or twice a year. So I need to free up. Well, actually, it's in storage, so it can't stay there. I don't have anywhere else to keep it. It's a real shame. It's a really nice car. I built this up a little while ago. It's got all brand new interior, some new ball joints in that box, some new ball joints in her. It's a nice car. I really like it. Great cruise car. Anyway, without too much rambling, I'm just going to put the springs on this and roll it to one side. It's just another stage of this that is complete. Or it's progress. It's not complete. There's a fair bit more to complete it. I still don't make up brackets. I'm using a VS Commodore front brake caliper. So I'm still going to make all that work. So I'll throw this to one side. Probably going to throw the springs on the 9-inch as well and just to one side as well for now. They all live in the corner over there. It's a very small shop, this one. So throw all that on the side and I'll probably pull out the gearbox and clean that up a touch too. These are the original Stout springs. When I stripped the chassis down, everything went out for sandblasting, including the springs. All the front all got cleaned up, repainted, rebuilt. Redid all the kingpins in it. Yeah, just went through the whole thing. Still working on the tie rod. That's a bit of an interesting scenario. These old Stouts, I can't actually buy these ball joints for the end. I've had no luck in that. So I think we're going to go to like a Heim joint tie rod on this, so that's fine. So I might just throw these on for tonight, and we can just wheel this one and his little friend over there over in the corner. They can live with the chassis for a little bit, and we'll make it a rolling chassis very soon, because that's like a major milestone I want to hit. New plan. I need some washers. Because apparently relies on the washers to go with the nuts, because the U-bolts are too long, which is odd because this is just the factory parts. This is how it goes together, so go figure on that. Nonetheless, food did arrive in the meantime, thanks to Gomez. Burritos, baby. We are back in the game. Check these bad boys out. These are for the rear U-bolts that I bought to go with the 9-inch, which I don't need them on. They actually don't work on the plates for the rear end. So that's great. They're big ass washers. They're going to be perfect. I must have just lost the other washers. There would have been a spring washer there as well once. So that's fine. I'll get some spring washers later, but for now, this keeps me moving forward. I'll just rip those nuts back off with my Milwaukee Zing Zing. Yep. Fit them back up. We're back on track. Scratch that. So everything is very semi-neatly laid out here. These are all bits to go back on the chassis. These are those other U-bolts. But these are the rear brackets. Those big washers won't fit in here. They just won't clear it. So they'll just go in with spring washers. So that's not going to be an issue. Just need mother bump stop. They were all sandblasted too. And painted black, ready to go. So that is going to be nice for tonight. Thank God for that. Struggling to make some progress here. That fella goes there. There's U-bolts on it. That's the front assembly back together. Except for the brakes. Ignore that for now. So yeah, get that one done, wheel it over there. We'll start playing with the rear one. Alright, the rear end shopping list will consist of the lower plates, the brand new shackles. Are they shackles? They're not shackles. U-bolts. And some diff half round pieces to make it all go together. That's it. Oh, some springs. Put it all together. Okay, first problem is the hole in this little plate here don't match the pin in the spring. So let's deal with that. These are the right ones here. I've already checked that. They're the correct diameter, so that's fine. So we'll drill them out. And just like that, tis a fit. Lovely. A little bit over, that's okay. I think I'm going to put it all on the jack here. Put this piece on the jack, like that. And then put it underneath the spring and jack it up to it. I was going to do it when I pull it apart. pull it apart. Anyway, at some stage I had to flip this, and I can't actually physically turn the darn thing over. So what I'm going to do is bring it all up to it and then do the bolts up the other side so the spring's already hanging in the right location. So that's the plan. Well, that was a bit of a tricky mission using the jack and getting the nut started and pulling the whole thing up, but it worked. Pinion angle is set. I don't know. It seemed like something that would just be a reasonable starting point. Obviously the saddles aren't welded on, so we've got to settle that up yet. Anyway, God. There's the rims. I dig the rims. The rims are actually brand new. They are a weld something copy. Anyway, whatever they are. And they were left in a container and they went really bad. So sandblast them and coat them later. Yeah, springs are in, new U-bolts, all that sort of hoo-ha. You can see the disc brakes poking through there. So I'll roll this over to the other one and may or may not start on something else. See how I feel. I guess I'll just sign this one off here. I was going to pull the gearbox out and clean that up, but that just didn't happen. So what we've got behind me is 2 assembled axles, which is particularly cool. And over here, underneath the hoist right now, where are we? Right over there is the chassis. So I'm going to get some wheel dollies, because once I put this together, I need to be able to move it around the workshop, because this is just going to be a giant hassle if it's in my way. So I'll get some wheel dollies so we can wheel it around, then I'll final assemble the whole thing, and then just push it to one side, sit there until I work on the body. Now, I've got to build a pretty funky rotisserie for the body work. It's going to be open on one end so that the whole chassis can like roll up underneath it, and I can use that to lower the body onto the chassis and make all the body mounts. So I need to make that gantry up, which I've got most of the parts for. I've been collecting. So I'll make that up, and then we can strip the shell, send it out for blasting, get it back, mount it, and keep this show on the road. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.